but I'm aware that I'm leaning this bike over a long way and my feet are getting close to the floor. Oh my god, it's so flickable. How good is that? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, YouTubers, wherever you're watching from. So, what have we got on today? Well, firstly, I am on the Brutale, the MV Agusta Brutale 1090RR Corsa, and I am heading to Manchester Ducati, where Ash and the gang are letting me ride a Hypermotard, because Jordan, one of my regular riding buddies, who you've probably seen on the channel, is getting a Hypermotard, and I just got to go and figure out what this genre of bike is like. So, I've been watching the supermotos the last couple of years, and guess what, I really like them. They look kind of like the adventure bikes which I've become accustomed to in recent years, and they're about 100 kilograms lighter. So for blasting around on a weekend, a Hypermotard might be absolutely the right tool. Well, here we are, we're on the Ducati Hypermotard V2. And what's it like? I've been on it for about 15-20 minutes now. The seat is very narrow, quite hard. Not particularly uncomfortable, but it is firm, but we'll see how that goes. The riding position is really nice. No leaning forward whatsoever, very upright, very comfortable, good distance between the hips and the feet. That's not keeping me cramped at all. I'm very close to the front of the bike. That's something I wasn't prepared for. I'm sitting pretty much on the front wheel, a lot closer than on the Multistrada. It's very, very easy to tip the bike over and get your feet near the floor, that's for sure. The quick shifter, amazing, absolutely tremendous quick shifter. On the downshift, it's so silky smooth, and the engine, because it's fairly light, spins up really quickly. That's really, really slick, gotta say, very slick indeed. There's an awful lot of wind, as you'd expect. There's no screen on it. I haven't really given the brakes any beans yet, but they seem pretty good. I've got the suspension seems to be pretty stiff. It's dipping a little bit under, diving a little bit under braking, but it's not too bad. Certainly not diving as much as the Multistrada does. It feels very quick compared to the Multistrada. Very quick, and bearing in mind the Multistrada in its own right is very, very fast. But this feels super quick. It's I don't know whether it's got more power and torque for its weight, because it's obviously a lot lighter, but the throttle response is immediate. That is, this V-twin, bloody hell, it's punchy. Almost immediate. The second you pull that throttle on, it goes. Doesn't kick you in the arse quite as much as my old KTM 1190 Adventure, but bloody hell, it goes. I think possibly down to the gearing as much as anything else, because it does seem to be quite short in the gears. I've already pushed quite hard around a couple of roundabouts, and I've had my right toe on the floor already, so that could be a bit interesting. Oh god. Well, that wasn't very good. What happened then? I'd pulled the clutch in, it just bloody died. So I'm guessing it's running very, very lean. Don't know why that happened. All we were doing was slowing down for that tractor. Had the clutch pulled in first gear, died. Started up straight away again, but maybe it just needs remapping or something like that. Oh god, cars ahead. Cyclist! Give me some room, please. Yeah, no worries at all, buddy. Thank you. Welcome. What I will do, I will go and fill it up, because I don't think it's actually got a fuel gauge as such on it, so I don't know how much is in it. Oh, very quick. That's effortless. Hey, thank you. Speed juice. So I've been fairly lucky. There is no fuel gauge on this bike. The petrol light comes on the screen, and that's telling you it's low. Well, they didn't tell me that when I left, so I've just done 25 miles with that light on, and it didn't run out. So I know you got at least 25 miles on reserve. So anyway, now full, absolutely to the top, 18 quid. Pulling up to a stop here. Both feet down, completely flat on the floor. I'm 5'10" with an inside leg of about 32-33 inches. and I can get both feet completely flat on the floor, and that is because the seat is very narrow. I can't do that on the Multistrada, and that has technically got a lower seat because it's so much wider, but you can actually flat foot it on this, so that is an absolute bonus. I didn't expect that. That's quite a revelation. Ducati Hypermotard, make your gentleman happy. Buy him some fun today. The best fun you can have on two wheels. Ducati Hypermotard V2. Looking forward to this. This is how bikes like this get tested. Loads of bends. We'll see how it holds up. I can't imagine it's going to be a bad experience, I have to say. But unfortunately, I'm sat behind the caravan, so gonna have to wait for a first little straight so I can get past it. And there is absolutely plenty of oomph in this motor, I can tell you. It's incredibly responsive straight off. Tiny little twist on the throttle, boom, straight down, it's putting the power down. Maybe I'll take one up this little hill here, perhaps. Yeah. Certainly get one. And now I've only got the caravan to go, and then I can go and have a bit of fun. Oh, down into first gear now. God, it's great going around the bends. These tight little bends. Way, plenty of oomph in it there. That was fun. Bloody hell. This is a licensed loser. You don't feel like you're going that fast. That was right up to the speed limit, exactly on it. Oh my word. God, it leans over well. God, I'm aware that I'm leaning this bike over a long way and my feet get close to the floor. Oh my God, it's so flickable. How good is that? Right, I'm gonna have to slow down here. She's gonna have my license off me very quickly. Now the suspension's actually quite firm, a lot firmer than I thought it would be. I'll give it that, a lot firmer than I thought it would be. I thought it'd be spongy with it being a kind of an off-roady type layout, but it's not. It is quite firm. It doesn't dive quite as much as I thought it might do. Oh, it's lovely around the bend. Very good. Super smooth. Oh, Jordan's picking up his 950 SP, I think, this weekend. He's going to love this. He is going to love this style of bike. Absolutely his cup of tea. Oh, quick shift on the way down. It's so smooth. Oh, it's bloody good on the way up, but it's super smooth on the way down. This is a great bike. This is definitely one for a purchase, I think. It sounds great. Can't imagine how good it sounds when you've got the Terminoni on it. Grid! Part of the reason for coming down here, no cameras. Oh, this is where this bike belongs. It's good on the bigger roads for sure. This is quite a bumpy road, this, and I've been on this one before, but this is so smooth. It's soaking it up. Tremendous. Oh. Yeah, it's a shame. The Cat and Fiddle has a 50 mile an hour speed limit all the way across it. Now this is a national speed limit, so it's 60. And it's plenty, to be fair, given the road surface. Sheep! Yeah, one with a lamb. We know about lambs from last week, don't we, when one of them ran into me. So I will steer clear. Yeah, this is quite a bumpy road, but the bike is soaking it up nicely. I mean, I'm bouncing around a little bit for sure, but it is soaking it up. It feels very planted. Oh, I must have been on this road before, I think. No, maybe not. Oh my word! Oh, That's good fun when you do that. Pull the throttle on up a hill. It's on the cusp of wheeling, and I'm just not confident at wheeling. I can feel there's almost no weight on that front wheel. Oh, wow, what a great machine. Great machine. Oh, I love it. Yeah, this is, unfortunately, this does have me written all over it. Oh dear. What is Mrs. Weaseldick going to say about that? Right, now there is a little cafe here, I think. Is it open? The Cobbles Coffee Shop. Is it open? Yes, it is. We've met Andrew at the Cobbles Coffee Shop, and we're now going to go for a little ride into Leek. So, this is Andrew's bike. This is his little ride. He's got the Suzuki V-Strom. Do you know, Suzuki is the only bike I've never owned.
Right.
Only one of the big brands I've never owned.
I put the heat bars on.
Right, yeah.
Because I think they look a bit better than the Buick.
Yeah.
I think a lot better than that. I've done some. I've put a new rubber back and front, put a new chain sprocket set on it.
Happy days.
So it's good to go. A couple of tube spotlights on.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a cracking bike. Absolutely fantastic bike.
Oh, Andrew, you've got a gold chain, and I'm a bit of a I have a fetish for gold chains.
We're moto, mate.
Yeah. So I am now following Andrew, who I met in the coffee shop. So we're going to have a little ride to Leek. And so we're following a V-Strom, Suzuki V-Strom, I think 650 perhaps, something like that. And he knows these roads, so this should be quite good fun. Well, we've had a fantastic little feed in the Cobbles Coffee Shop, and the ladies in there, absolutely fantastic. Cannot recommend that place more highly. Look at that road there. Winding its way down into the valley and then up the other side. This is just a fantastic ride. And what a bike to do it on. Ducati Hypermotard V2. Oh, over the brow of a hill. Always like a brow of a hill. Andrew taking the good visual line. I'm just going to go for the knee down line. Oh, yes. Oh, that quick shifter on the downshift is tremendous. What a great road. Here you go. Oh, Andrew got a little squirrely there. There's obviously a lot of people have jumped that because there were some straight marks in the asphalt. That was entertaining. It is a nice piece of the world, this. Very lucky to have good weather to be riding this Hypermotard as well. It's a little chilly, but that's about all. Can't complain. Not good. No one's listening. No one cares. I like your little jump over the hill. Your bike went a bit squirrely.
It did.
I'm glad he knows where he's going. Cheers, Andrew. There we are. So that was Andrew, folks. What a nice chap. That is absolutely typifies the biking community. You go into a little coffee shop, end up having a chat with somebody for 45 minutes or an hour, and then going for a ride with them, and you've never met them before. Fantastic. Oh, exciting. This bike is absolutely ace for this. Absolutely fucking superb. These little tight bends. Love it. Oh, yes. That was so much fun. Love it. Can't believe that they have a 28,000 mile service on the cams and the valve clearances and that kind of thing. Given that this bike is going to be ridden really hard and really fast and probably revved fairly well, that's a hell of a service interval. It's really impressive. smiles per pound. That's what they should measure motorbikes in. This one gives you a lot of smiles per pound. Hell of a lot of smiles per pound, far more than the Multistrada, but I certainly wouldn't tour on it. This is not a touring bike, this is just a blasting bike. Right, and I've got to be careful of it just cutting out again. When you're in first gear, pulling up behind something and you start putting the brakes on, it's done it twice now, it's just cut out for no reason at all. There's obviously something to do with the fuel mapping or something like that. Maybe it's very, very lean or something like that to get through to get itself through the Euro compliance or something. It's yeah, that has been reported by others. I've seen other people say that on YouTube, so perhaps there will be a new engine map and a new update due sometime soon. It'll be interesting to see what people do with the engine, whether people actually do get them mapped independently to see if they can squeeze any more out of it. I think it's already generating quite a lot of power out of a relatively small engine. So, to summarise, Ducati Hypermotard V2, what an excellent bike. It's absolutely taken me by surprise, not what I thought at all. I thought it was going to be too high and I'd be on my tiptoes. Absolutely not the case. I can sit on it at traffic lights because the seat is narrow. I can put both feet down on the floor completely flat. So that's one thing, complete myth busted. It's very windy. It's really, really windy, but then it's got no screen, nothing to deflect the air at all at the front. But do you know what? It doesn't really matter too much because when you're doing 65, 70 miles an hour, that's really going to be limiting your riding and probably keeping your license for you. So that's worth noting, but not really going to put you off the bike. In terms of its comfort, the seat is hard, but for me, I quite like the fact that it's narrow. It's very wide on the Multistrada. It's quite narrow. It's firm, and I think there's a big difference between it being hard and uncomfortable, or just being hard. It's not uncomfortable. I think I've done 2 hours, had a break, and then I've done another hour. I'm not tiring of it because of the seat. I'm not feeling the effects of the seat being hard. So yeah, it's firm. Maybe there's a softer option that's an aftermarket option, if that's what you need from it. What else to say about it? The engine, absolutely sublime, and the speed of pickup, the connection to the throttle is unbelievable. The moment you twist that throttle, it absolutely goes like the clappers, particularly if you're getting it in its sweet spot in the middle of the rev range. It still pulls really well, even if you've got it a bit low down the rev range and you've got you've gone up the gears a little bit early. It still pulls really well, but when it's in the sweet spot, it's unbelievable. The brakes are really good. They're very, very good. The suspension, excellent. A lot firmer than I thought it would be. I thought the suspension would be really quite soft with it being quite a tall bike, but no, actually really quite firm, so I quite like that. That would not put me off. I don't think I would be particularly bothered if I had all Öhlins rather than the standard setup on the V2. I suspect you've got more adjustability on the Öhlins and that kind of thing, but this is absolutely fine on the V2. So just to put that into context, I weigh 14 stone, which is about 92 kilos, I suppose, something like that. So best part of 200 pound. That's absolutely fine. It's got a great riding position. Obviously it's upright, lovely. The foot pegs, they're quite a long way down the bike, so it's actually quite a comfortable seating position. You're not really tucked up and that kind of thing. LCD screen, excellent, really, really good, nice and visible. No fuel gauge. I like to have a fuel gauge, but I guess I could always set the trip meter and then I'd have an idea of how far it'll go. The the petrol pump light comes on the dashboard when it's running out. I didn't realise when I picked it up, and I managed to get 20 miles without it running out before I filled up. So you've got quite a lot on reserve, which is good. There is cruise control. Well, the buttons for it, not on this particular model, so I'm guessing that's another add-on that you can pay for. Quite good view from the wing mirrors, I've got to say. They're positioned quite nicely, actually quite similar to the Multistrada. I'm seeing over my arms quite nicely, which is quite good. And what else to say? It's just a nice place to be, and I think in terms of value for money, I think it offers tremendous value for money for a bike that you're going to be, doing a day out on it. You're not going to be going more than, you're certainly not going to be doing a weekend, or well, more than a weekend perhaps. You might do one night away on it. You're not going to be touring on it. It's just not built for that experience. It's just too much wind. You'd be better off with something with a screen on it. But for blatting around for a one day, absolutely fantastic. Really can't fault it at all. All these turning here I'm going to pull in. I was going to sneak down the outside, but these cars are turning and have blocked the way. Oh. So yeah, I'm very impressed with this. This could well end up in the garage. Moving house next week. Will it eject the MV Agusta Brutale 1090 RR Corsa? Will it? Well, there's every possibility it could do, actually. The Brutale is a great bike, but I've had a lot of fun on this. I have had an awful lot of fun on this. And I probably would ride this every day, whereas I wouldn't get the Brutale out every day for a blat around. So in terms of its usability and giving you some interest in it, this is an absolute weapon. I could have this and be happy with it for a long while, I think, and not get bored of it. So yeah, there you go, folks. Ducati Hypermotard V2, amazing bike, highly recommend it. Go to your local dealer, ask them, can you have a go, and you will be pleasantly surprised. What a great machine. Over and out, folks.